All right, so we are going to break down some Christmas songs, but we're going to simplify stuff because I feel like a lot of people want to learn these songs and they may not be written for your instrument or your skill level. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of a series on this, and we'll see if it carries over after Christmas. All right, so Jingle Bell Rock. A couple things we want to pay attention to is the song is swung. And we're going to start with the acoustic variation. The original part is played up here on the guitar, on the electric. But I know some kids have acoustics, and I want to teach you guys to play on that. All right, so it is swung. In the beginning, it's going to sound like this, 1 and 2. Okay, so got that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We'll put a metronome with this in a bit, but we'll just play it as is right now. So we got 1 and 2, and then you kind of have a ghost note slide. So we got this 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Actually, we'll do a breakdown of everything and then put a metronome to it. So next measure is 1 and you're going to want to use your second finger there because it's going to make it a little bit easier to play. Because then you got to get to that 2, 4, 4, 4. Let's do just that measure. So the second measure, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yep, and then let's talk about that. We got a little half bend in there. So a half bend means instead of us playing this note regularly, we're going to bend it up half a step. So half a step from this B would be this C. So that's the note we want to bend to. You can bend up or down, doesn't matter. And we'll aim to get that note. We don't know if I'll always hit it, but 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And that alone is going to take a little bit of work to get down, get that bend in there while swinging the beat. So we're going to practice it with the bend and without the bend, just get the idea down. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. All right. Let's 118 is full speed. Let's try 90 and see where that's at. All right, first measure first. And again, we have that little bit of a ghost note. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So just 1 and 2. And my camera is doing that thing where it doesn't like to focus because it can't see me well enough. See if it gets in focus. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. All right, that seems like a good tempo. So I feel like probably have that idea now. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. All right, next measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I gotta get to there on 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. See, just that little bit of a bend, having to think about that messes up my timing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And I think it might just be easier to add that 4 at the end. Again, we'll do it without the bend. Two, 3, 4. Now just mutes. Trying to keep that swing idea going. And 2 and 3 and 4 and. Which again, so especially I was teaching this little 8-year-old. No, he was 6, so he's really tiny. And it was tough for him to do that bend at all and then to do that bend in time. So I'm like, hey, just play this without the bend. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Get that idea down, and then you can add the bend in later if you want to. So we'll do the same. 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. One more time. Now let's do that and put the bend in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Just putting that in and having to keep that swing is enough to throw me off. So it's just something that you want to practice. I also see myself doing the whole loop at 80. So let's do it. Practice this as 80. Try to get that bend in there. If you guys need the sheet music, say you're a guitar teacher, I made a little bit of a blog post. I made a blog post. Check it out on our website, musicbythemeasurespro.com. There's a link to it below. If you want the full sheet music, we have that for sale as well. All right. 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I feel like 80 is fine. Let's put these two together. Two, three, four. All right, so I want to make sure two different things. I got to get to that C. So a good trick, hum this note, and then try to get it to match. And then let's just practice that. 1 and 2 and there we go. All right. So thinking of some of my younger students trying to learn this, I think I should turn this down to 70 so they have a nice kind of slow progression to work on, and then we'll speed it up quickly from there. But I do think we can add in this last riff as well. So it's skipping the 1, 1 and 2 and then the rest are 3. Oh no, it's on the downbeat. So 3, 4. So 1 and 2, 3, 4. Let's play just that. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1. Cool. All right, let's put that all together at 70. Actually, I'll play it before we put it together. So it'd go like this. Two, 3, 4, 1. Probably played that a little bit sloppy. There we go. All right, those 4 measures at 70. Let's do a nice little loop. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So pretty slow. Let me get acclimated to this tempo. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3. One, 2. I'll try to do it multiple times in a row so we don't have to count in every single time. try to play it right. I need to practice it so I can do this loop. There we go. Okay. Let's try this again. 3, 4, 1, and 2, and... mess up. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's speed this up. We're going to go up by 15, which seems a little crazy, but I'm kind of just getting this idea of like, here'll be a couple different loops for you guys to practice it with. 70, 85. It's not an overly difficult part to play, but the loops is a nice way to practice it. So let's get this tempo in our heads. 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2. Important to hear that swing. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 85. Let's go 95. Kind of meet me in the middle. No, let's go 100. We'll go up by 15s. We'll see if I can play this. Dun, 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 dun. Feel pretty good about that. All right, let's speed up to 115. Actually, let's split the difference. Let's go 108, and then we'll go 118, which would be full speed. One. Cool. All right, let's do 118. That'd be full speed. Let's hear that tempo. 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I'm gonna sit this one out. Just hear the tempo. 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I feel pretty good about that. I got to watch my bend. I know sometimes I'm not getting it exactly where I want it to be. I'm not getting that half step up. Things I can worry about when I slow it down. All right, when I teach it the next time, I can kind of focus on that. Or if I do another one of these videos. Let's do a couple more just so I have a nice loop for 118. Cool. All right, we're going to check it out on electric guitar now. So kind of have the same idea. Let me get this one saved and closed. Now, the advantage for me is I just taught it on acoustic, so I'm going to be able to like breeze through this, but we're still going to start at 70 and just break it down slow because we have some different fretting things going on and just a different position. So this is closer to how it's originally played up here on the neck. They're doing 2 notes most of the time though. And I'll do a breakdown of that as well just down the road. So let's just pretend that we haven't learned this at all, which, you know, for me is that not that uncommon when I play. I'm almost always relearning everything. So we got this 15 on the 2nd string. Oh, and actually I can get rid of this guy a minute so we're not blocking anything. So you got 1 and 2. That's your little... Might have a little bit of a dead fret there. And then 1 and you're going to want to use your 2nd finger on that 14. And you could hear, now that I just played acoustic for like 25 minutes, I want to pull that harder than I have to. All right, let's go a little slower. So the first measure again, 1 and 2. You got your ghost note slide. And then we're starting again on that 15 on the 2nd measure. 1, 1 and 2, and 3 and 4 and 1. So a little bit harder than the acoustic variation, just because I feel like you have to use your pinky. Not everyone loves using their pinky. beginning of that second measure, 1 and 2 and let's just do that a couple times. 1 and 2 and so you got okay, and then 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 3 yep 3 and 4 and there we go. All right, now let's try to fix that bend. So again, if we're on 16 and we're doing a half bend, this is the note we're trying to hit. So we're trying to hit a C. Doesn't take much. And I oftentimes will bend that down more than bending it up. So 3 and 4 and 1, and I would just sit there and practice that. Because it's very common, like you just did this bend, and then when you come back up, you want to remove your finger. But in this song, we play another 16. All right, let's try measure by measure at 70. Pretty slow, but it'll give us a chance to learn this all. 3 and 4 and all right, feel pretty good about that. Next measure, we'll just do both of these measures together. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2. 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's look at that last little bit, the little walk down at the end. And I'm not trying to do this so staccato-y, but I am playing it that way. A little bit better. Okay, with rhythm, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Cool. All right. Let's put all of them together at 70 and see if we can get this up to 118 quickly. 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. So I'm pushing that rhythm a little bit just because it feels so slow. Let's speed it up to 85. If I can't play that well, we'll slow it back down. 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's keep going up by 15s. If I can do math. 100. One, 2, 3, 4. Miss. All right, jumping on this next one. Other misses, but that's okay. All right, let's speed it up. 108. I feel like I skipped a tempo, and maybe I did. We'll find out someday. 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3. All right, let's do full speed. 118. Let's just kind of hear that tempo a minute. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. One, 2, 3, 4. All right, so some misses on my part right there. I'm going to steady my hand a little bit. We'll do a couple more just so I can get a nice loop. Something to rip from if I want to do a clip or a short out of this, as people are learning these songs for Christmas. All right, let's try this again. trying to do it from memory. I was just talking in a lesson the other day. I was impressed with the student. He's an older dude, 54, but he was rocking it and had this whole song memorized. And I go, I don't get that. I don't do that very well. But it's great to be able to read off the page. It's great to have stuff memorized. Right there, I tried to have it memorized, and I did not have it memorized. All right, a couple more of these, and then I'm moving on. Just more mess ups. That's okay. I should make sure I get like 3 good ones in a row. That makes making a loop easier. So we'll see if I can get out of my own way and do that. If not, we'll just call it a day. One, two, three, four. Cool. I feel good enough about that. So Jingle Bell Rock, 2 different levels for you guys. Check it out. If you need the sheet music, link down below. If you